Tammy is the CEO and founder of PHYNIX Initiative, a Canberra-based company dedicated to raising mental well-being around the world. She is an international speaker, best-selling author, and a master instructor in mental health first aid. Tammy has trained hundreds of people across multiple industries throughout Australia. She is obsessed with preventing people who are experiencing poor mental health ending up in a mental health crisis. After living through traumatic experiences, she figuratively set herself on fire and started her rebirth. She lives and breathes the principles of the Phoenix, so you can learn how to survive the game of life. Tammy is a mum to 3 amazing women, 2 dogs and a cat. Her favourite colours are purple and teal. She just loves to play fluffy stuff on stage. Please welcome Tammy Horton.
Hi. Yes, I've got a ukulele and I'm not afraid to use it. Tiptoe through the tulips? How about some kumbaya? Nah, you guys don't want to hear that stuff today. So you're safe. This time. But the ukulele has been part of my rebirth. It's helped to ignite a passion for life when I thought that it was long gone. And it connects me to something that has the power to change the world. Life is an infinite game, a quest filled with challenges and epic battles. Some of the players are known and others are not. Some play by the rules and others don't. But some of the toughest opponents we'll face are the monsters in our head. And sometimes we can let them defeat us. You know, 2020, the year of COVID, threw out the rule book and upended everybody's game. People who had never experienced mental health concerns before started to struggle. And this is evidenced by 11.5 billion subsidised mental health services being delivered around Australia in the last year. Calls to Beyond Blue being up 39%. Lifeline, 15%. They get 3,000 calls a day. And before COVID, mental illness was already one of the leading causes of poor performance and productivity in the workplace, and a major contributor to absence and long-term work incapacity. Before COVID. And what we're seeing now as we're trying to return back to normal and get back to the workplace is people are resisting the return. And why is that? They've got these feelings of fear, anxiety, sadness, even anger about the return. Why is that? Because no one knows what the rules are, and even if they did, they can change just like that. So what I've found through my research and also my personal experience is that it is possible to turn this around, to get the best out of your own performance and productivity, and by extension, teams, organisations, families and communities. Is that each individual has to undergo a rebirth, a deep, personal, inner transformation. I can remember a few years ago as I was emerging out of an abusive relationship that someone said that I was like a phoenix. And for those of you who don't know what a phoenix is, it is the stuff of legends. It is said to be this invincible and immortal bird, except for when it comes to the end of its very long life cycle. When, in the still of the night, just before sunrise, it builds itself a funeral pyre fueled with herbs and spices. It sets itself on fire and allows the next phoenix to rise from the ashes. This imagery has been used throughout the ages to describe rebirth, transformation and regeneration, and it is exactly what I feel we need in the world right now. Creating the life that you want is entirely within your reach by embracing the self, your soul embodied in a life form. But like the phoenix, we have to set fire to the self of the past. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Set yourself on fire and find your inner phoenix. But what does it mean to be a phoenix? Well, each of the letters of the way that I spell it, PHYNIX, stands for a life principle that I've used to transform my life. They're my rule book, and there's no spelling police allowed in my rule book. P is for passionate. Live as if you're on fire from within. This fire powers everything that you do. Work, family, friends, sports, hobbies, even your faith. A wise man said that passion is the source of our finest moments. And how true. I want you to just think about your life for a moment. Aren't your most fantastic memories filled with feelings of passion, love, hope, pride, even sadness are all connected by passion? So find something you're passionate about that helps fire you. One of mine is the ukulele. H is for hopeful. Once you choose hope, anything is possible. Now, Viktor Frankl observed the power of hope when he was in a concentration camp during World War II. Between Christmas and New Year in 1944, the sick ward experienced more deaths than they ever had done before. Not because of a change of living conditions, but the prisoners had been living in the hope that they'd be going home by Christmas. And when this didn't happen, they just gave up. So according to Frankl, hope is a choice and is capable of sustaining life. So when every single factor seems to be fighting against you, one single act of internal defiance, holding on to that hope, can counteract it all. Y is for young at heart. Be open to new opportunities and develop a beginner's mind. Now, who embodies this better than children as they learn to walk, talk, feed themselves and ride bikes? You know, their beginner's mind don't know what to do. It's that delicious state when you know nothing, you're completely fearless and open to the moment. You know, and as children learn, as they play and they have fun, they create the most amazing worlds for themselves. They actually become princesses. They become detectives, even superheroes. But somewhere between childhood and adulthood, we forget how to have fun, how to have that learning experience. And Albert Einstein said that playing is the highest form of research. So I encourage you to play more. Blow bubbles. Make mud pies. Even grab a hairbrush, turn up the radio and rock on! Connect to that inner child that's still within you. N is for noetic. Trust your inner wisdom, you're wiser than you think. Now, the word noetic comes from the Greek word noetikos, meaning inner wisdom or direct knowing. This inner wisdom comes to us from the cosmic consciousness. It turns up without us having to actively think about it. But the human brain hasn't evolved enough yet to fully understand this, so it can quickly extinguish this flame of insight that we get given. This knowledge comes from outside the constraints of time and space, so don't let your thinking screw it up. You know, I totally believe that there is something bigger than all of us, connecting each and every living thing on the planet. And no matter what you call it, I call it the universe, I want you to have faith in that something and the messages it gives you. I is for indomitable, strong, brave and determined. And what I see with this word is a hero who knows what they want. They fight for what they believe in and they hold their course. They're courageous enough to face their fears. They learn from their mistakes and they look for solutions to the problems that they're facing. And they take some time out to recharge the batteries. I see me. But more importantly, I see you. Which lastly is X for extraordinary. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Each and every one of you is one of a kind. There's no one else on the planet quite like you, even if you're a twin. So stop trying to compare yourself to other people. By truly embracing who you're meant to be, you can live the life you want to live. Now, I'm a person with lived experience of mental illness, abuse, and suicidal thoughts. I've had my challenges and my epic battles, and I'm bound to have more because that is the infinite game that we play. The principles I've shared with you today, I use each and every day to live my best life despite my challenges. You are where you're supposed to be right now, in this moment, because the universe brought you here. If you don't like the way your life is going, you are at a point of choice. Keep doing what you're doing, getting the results that you're getting, or do something different. What are you willing to lose? You cover your wounds, but underneath them, a million voices in your head that whisper, stop now. Another twist of the knife, a turn of the screws, it's all in your mind, and it's fighting you. Arm yourself, a storm is coming. Well then, what you gonna do now? It's old beliefs reflecting back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly. Fly, phoenix, fly. It's time to set yourself on fire. Go bury your demons. Burn down those beliefs and phoenix, fly.